Alright, so I haven't posted a video for like the past day or two, and I really wasn't expecting the video to take that long. It was an interactive video for my other channel that took me 3 days to put together when I thought it might take 1 day. And I'm so glad it's done. I'm never making a video like that again. It was so much time. Or maybe not, I don't know, that was pretty fun. But anyway, I didn't have enough time to make a video because my rendering software was being used like 24/7, so there was just literally no time. So there's this deck I was making before I started doing all this, the Zombie Lightsworn, because I thought, hey, why not? Mizuki's at 3, Plague Spreader's at 3, use Lightsworn to throw him in the grave, GG. But it's actually really boring to play because it's so generic, and you can only go for like rank 6. I mean, synchros that are, whatchamacallit, something 6, level 6, there we go, not rank 6. So anyways, open up with Card Trooper, because Card Trooper is a staple in Lightsworn, going against Lightsworn, so it's kind of like a mirror match, but it's not, because the only thing we have in common is that we're both using Lightsworn monsters to mill our grave, except I'm using my graveyard to mill Mizuki and Plague Spreader, while he's using his to mill a whole bunch for for Judgment Dragon, which is way better. Bring out Revived King Hades. Probably the best card you can bring out with Plague Spreader Zombie, and he's not even that good. And Plague Spreader Zombies, like synchro-specific monsters, aren't really that great. The other level 6 ones aren't really that good either. You basically have Gaia Knight with 2600 attack, or Vulcan the Divine, but you have to have some other face-up card for that to be worthwhile. So Call the Haunted is usually played in decks like that. I think I only have one in here, because I was trying to see how the zombie synchros work out, and they're not really that good. So what does he do? He has, oh, I can't say that name, Heron, Lightsworn Monk. Yeah, he quits out because he's gonna lose and he doesn't have Judgment Dragon or a way to get Judgment Dragon out of the grave, if he had milled him even at all. And this next guy I'm going against, he's also using some kind of zombie deck. Looks like zombies and Lightsworns are pretty popular right now. So, bring out a Goblin Zombie, tag a stupid Spirit Reaper, uses a Phoenix Wind Blast on my Goblin Zombie. I was like, okay, this guy's not very good. So he uses a Tour Guide the Underworld. I chain Vanity's Emptiness because Vanity's Emptiness is awesome. He attacks with both of these and attacks the Spirit Reaper to discard the one card I wanted in my hand. I was so pissed when that happened. Both of these cards great in the graveyard. That card great in my hand. He gets the one card, yeah, whatever. So anyways, attack over with Goblin Zombie. Destroys Tour Guide. He can't do anything because I have special summons locked out, but I can't do anything either, because, you know, it works both ways. So attack with Mizuki, destroy his Plague Spreader, and I'm like, okay, he's playing a legitimate zombie deck, which means I can steal cards from his grave, because zombie decks are great like that. So he brings out Plague Spreader, Malicious, I think he's going to go for a level 8. Stardust, that's surprising. Usually you don't go for Stardust outside of an Assault Mode deck, because there's so many other better rank 8s. This guy is stopped too easily. Do Art Shark Knight to steal his Stardust. Goblin Zombie, I don't remember why I put him out like that. I guess I'd have to like go back and watch it because I have no idea. Why did you special summon out Goblin Zombie like that? I mean, he's fine to have out in the field because when he's destroyed you can go +1 onto his death, because you can search out any zombie with this guy. Well, any zombie that I play. So Plague Spreader, go into Doom Kaiser because I can steal a zombie from his grave, because this card sucks and can only special summon zombies from your opponent's grave. Basically you have to play Zombie World if you're going to do that, and I'm just going for all the stops, and he gives up because he has nothing in his hand, and it's not that hard to take out a Spirit Reaper. Alright, and this next one is against a really bad Steel Swarm player. So what do I do? Start off with Rogue, Lightsworn Hunter, uses Allure of Darkness, and I see him banish his card. I'm like, okay, there's nothing to worry about with this guy. He's either playing some kind of gimmicky deck or just a really bad Steel Swarm card. Usually you just go for the rank 4s and play a super boring generic deck where you get out Ophion and set 5. Blah, I hate Evil Swarms, they suck. Well, I mean, they don't suck, they're just super linear and boring to play and play against. So, I get a nice full team. Go on to Stardust Spark Dragon. This card is vastly superior to Stardust Dragon because of his ability to protect one card before he gets killed. Alright, and this next one I'm going against some weird Lightsworn Skull Servant deck. I don't know. If you're gonna mix Lightsworns with other monsters, you don't usually add in Judgment Dragon. because it's just clutter and you'll probably never be able to get him out unless you get lucky, because it's really only good in a full on Lightsworn deck. But he probably plays enough Lightsworns, but if he's also playing Skull Servant, then that's not a goodly balanced deck if you want to have consistency. He could get lucky and get out Lightsworn and a Skull Servant, but he wouldn't get that, 5 times out of 10, or half the time, to be more precise. Ooh, Art Snyder Eye. Did they improve his quality? It looks so much clearer now. Oh, so anyways, Book of Moon, Chain Vanity's Emptiness. Vanity's Emptiness can win you games by itself. He gets off 2 magical merchants. That's pretty crazy. Look at all those Lightsworns he mills to the grave, plus zombies. That's an excellent mill for him, and he's not playing like a full monster deck either. He has a couple spells. Well, usually Lightsworn monsters play a ton of spells. So, Monster Reincarnation, add that card back to his hand. For some reason, he still can't get out. Oh, there's Judgment Dragon. It's because he couldn't, because of Vanity's Emptiness. Vanity's Emptiness, to clear the field, he can only use the effect 2 more times. He goes for an attack on Arc Honored Knight. He probably should have just destroyed him. And attack for more damage. It's really hard to take out Judgment Dragon because he only has 3,000 attack. But I'm going to attempt it anyway because I have triple Zombie Master, Plague Spreader to a Vulcan, send him back, and that's game. Alright, in the deck, there's 1 BLS, never drew him to him once, even though I had him in all of my decks. Triple Zombie Master, triple Raiden, triple Mizuki, triple Goblin Zombie, 1 Lumini, double Card Trooper, double Maxi, triple Plague Spreader, triple Ryok. I was trying Ryok over the Spellcaster one that can destroy Spell or Trap, just to see how it worked, and I actually like it. Triple Evac Veiler, double Solar Recharge, triple Book of Life, 1 Reinforce to grab Raiden, 1 Dark Hole, 1 Charge, triple MST, and double Vanity's Emptiness. And for the extra deck, we have 1 Jeweled Red Dragon, 1 Scrap Dragon, 1 Spark Just, 1 Michael Lightsworn Arc, 1 Black Rose, 1 Gaia Knight, double Revived King Hadaz, 1 Doom Kaiser, 1 Vulcan, 1 Armides, 1 Ally of Justice Cataster, 1 Armory Arm, 1 Silent Honors Arc, and Noble Swarm Beelzebub, because these are the 2 best rank 4 XYZ monsters in the game right now. So I pretty much just put these in all decks that use level 4s. So there's a lot of level 4s in here. For this one, you're basically going for a lot of I keep saying rank. Level 6 Synchro monsters and level 8s. Because Raiden plus 1 of the zombies goes into a rank 8 pretty easily. And Plague Spreader plus 1 of the zombies goes into a rank level 6. Oh man, I'm so used to saying XYZ monsters. Level 6 very easily. So I have the 2 best level 6s in here, Vulcan and Gaia Knight, because there's not too many good ones. And you don't really ever play against synchro decks like ever. So I don't have that dragon one, the Ordinate Dragon, which can banish a synchro monster when he's summoned out. And Hadaz isn't really good enough to constitute having Plague Spreader. So probably adding in Malicious Edge so that I can bring out level 8 synchro monsters with Plague Spreader plus Malicious. That would be a way better course of action to do. But I was trying out to see if the level 6 synchro monsters would work out. And they don't, not that much. So, I have the level 4 because just in case Ryok plus Plague Spreader was a thing, or if I had a Card Trooper or one of the Luminize plus Plague Spreader, I can bring out a level 5. That's the only reason those guys are in there, because those are the best. Usually Armory Arm is the only level 4 you go for, and Ally of Justice is usually more than enough if you're ever going to go for a level 5, but Armides has won me a few games before. As for the deck itself, BLS, because you do use a lot of darks and light monsters, and he's just really good. This card can win you duels by himself too. He's still really good. You should probably just throw him in any deck that uses light and dark monsters. There's no reason not to. And then you have Card Trooper, because Card Trooper is great for milling, and that's it, really. I was going to add in Call the Haunted to throw in some mill, but I already have enough mill with the Lightsworn monsters where he's not really needed. Actually, I'm just figuring this out right now. He's not needed in here. I just usually throw him in whenever I make a mill deck because I like Card Trooper personally. He's my best friend. Zombie Master, well, I mean, I just have the generic zombie. Zombie Master, Goblin Zombie, and, well, the deck was all about Mizuki and Plague Spreader. So, of course, Zombie Master and Goblin Zombie. If I was going to cut out some cards, though, you don't need 3 Zombie Masters. And I wish I could play more Goblin Zombies because this card's super good. Because if it's sent to the graveyard, it doesn't matter how it's sent there. As long as it was on the field, I mean, it does matter. It's not like one of those cards where you can detach it. It does have to be sent there while on your side of the field, not as a XYZ material. So he does have some limitations, but if you use him for a synchro, you can go +1 with one of the zombies. Or if he's destroyed by anything, like battle or card effect, he's sent to the grave. That's great. So Goblin Zombie is awesome. There's a reason he used to be semi-limited for a while. Maxi, because Maxi's good in all decks. Evacuator, because I prefer Evacuator over Chain and Breakthrough Skill. And since this deck uses a nice mix of light and dark monsters, I can safely play Evacuator since I also do play tuners. So he works great in this deck. Because you always need effect negation in every deck you play. Same thing with MST. Not really for like competitive decks or anything, it's just if you're going to play on DevPro, you need MST because you go against all decks every once in a while, and it just sucks when you're going against them and you don't have an MST. And it seems like every time I forget to put an MST in the deck, I play against someone who's using Skill Drain, and I'm like, oh, gosh darn it. I stopped myself from cussing there, and I don't know why, because I usually don't care. 3 Book of Life, because I love this card. Dark Hole, just because it's a nice filler. Charge of Light Brigade, because it's great. I'm only using 2 solar recharges, because I don't really play enough Lightsworns to constitute 3. I was going to put in 1, but really, when you play solar recharge, you want to play 3 or none, but I'm playing 2, so. And Vanity's Emptiness, I don't ever see a reason to play more than 2, but never less than 2. 2 is like the perfect number. When you have 1, it'll get destroyed pretty easily, or you'll never draw into it. But if you got 2, you'll probably draw into it at least once during the duel, and it will serve its purpose. If you have 3, chances are you'll draw all 3 in your opening hand and be screwed because it's the only card you have. This deck does revolve around a lot of special summoning, but it's so easy to play around Vanity's Emptiness, it's kind of ridiculous. Oh, I think I explained every card in here. I explained where I played Spreader and Mizuki. Like, the whole deck was built around these 2 cards, which sucks without Malicious Edge because the level 6 monsters suck. But the level 8 ones are amazing, so yeah, I should probably just redo this around Malicious Edge since this deck complements that so well.